The Reach Leadership Series, very briefly, what we did it was probably about 6 years ago, we began bringing business people into a room. And we said, you know what we're going to do every now and then? We're going to bring a handful of business people in the room, and we are going to figure out a way to get them together to inspire one another.
I come and see CJ speak for a lot of reasons. One is to be inspired, because I think he's very inspiring. And I think he provides a lot of practical, daily tips that we can use in our everyday life.
These are the rules that I always give when I do workshops and speak. And I speak for thousands of people every year. Rule number 1 is to live in the moment. You ever stressed out about a meeting? You ever stressed out about hiring someone? You ever stressed out about having to have a conversation with someone? What happens is you are going to the future, you are grabbing that trouble, and you are bringing it to the present and thinking to yourself, if I think about it now, I will be able to deal with it. Has that ever worked? No. Live in the moment.
What's unique about CJ is that he has logged thousands of hours in coaching individuals and businesses. And so when you hear CJ speak, he's not just teaching theory. He has a lot of experience and a track record of helping people actually make changes and move forward.
Do the hardest thing first. You have to have a crystal clear vision. You have to begin with the end in mind. You've got to plan your week in advance, and when you plan your week in advance, you've got to have a set of fundamental key level 5 commitments you've got to get done. When you start your day, you have got to get the hardest thing done first and keep your to-dos in one place. Is any of this rocket science, yes or no? Okay.
There's a couple things that I believe CJ differentiates himself from. Number 1, I think he is definitely a positive speaker. He sends out positive vibes, and I very much enjoy that. Number 2, he always seems to get me to focus accordingly on the subject, on the topic that he's discussing that day.
I'm going to give you the fundamental best practices for time management. Absolutely fundamental best practices for getting the most out of your time. Best practice number 1, and these go in order, is begin with the end. If you are not crystal clear about the end, and you do not know where you want your life to go, you will struggle to make good decisions with your time. Because what will happen is your time management will directly be based upon the immediate. But you got to be clear about what am I going to do at the end.
I encourage my people and myself to come see CJ speak because he helps us with productivity, planning, management, and making us more efficient and more effective in our business.
When you don't do something, it has nothing to do with time. It has to do with a choice.
I think his style is very different. He's funny, it's entertaining, but yet it's always very real and he's genuine.
The 3rd rule in my workshop is have fun. Okay? And here's why. Because when you are smiling, when you're sitting up in your seat, when you are engaged and enjoying yourself, it is much more likely the information will get to your frontal cortex.
I've seen CJ inspire a lot of people. He has the ability to get you to look at what's stopping you and to laugh while you're doing it. And he just has this great way of giving you strategies, and he gets people on board.